Music theory for pipe band drummers. Question: what do note values and pizza have in common? Answer: they can both be divided up into smaller and smaller pieces. So, before we talk about note values, we need to talk about pizza. First, we take the whole pizza out of the oven. Then we cut it in half. Then we cut those halves in half to make 4 quarters. Then, if we cut all the quarters in half, we get eighths. Cut the eighths in two, and we get sixteenths, and then cut all the sixteenths in half to get 30-seconds. When you are figuring out your note values, don't forget about the pizza. There are 2 half notes in a whole note. There are 2 quarter notes in a half note. There are 2 eighth notes in a quarter note, 2 16th notes in an eighth note, and 2 32nd notes in a 16th note. Remembering everything you've learned so far about slicing pizza, let's take a look at some of the larger note values and how they can be broken down into smaller note values. If you take an eighth note, a 16th note, a 32nd note, and another 32nd note, that equals the total value of 1 quarter note. In the next line, if you take a quarter note, another quarter note, 1 more quarter note, and 2 eighth notes, that equals the total value of a whole note. And in the last line, if you take a quarter note, an eighth note, a 16th note, and 2 32nd notes, that equals the total value of a half note. When it comes to note values, there are no exceptions, ever, period. It doesn't matter what style of music you're playing or writing. It doesn't matter if the time signature is 4/4 or 15/32. There will always be 2 half notes in a whole note, and there will always be 2 quarter notes in a half note. In the ever-changing and complex world of music, note values are the constant.